olwo ssente ze mukozesezza okwewandiisa zijja kubaddizibwa. Tandika olugendo lwo olw'ekitiibwa kati. Tosubwa omukisa guno, weegatte ku nteekateeka eno, tumbula engeri y'okwewala obubenje ku nguudo era ofuuke omuvuzi asoose okuvumbula ekipya. Okufuna ebisingawo, kyalira omukutu omutongole ogwa Good Product Group ku www.hgohgo.com oba kuba ku nnamba y'essimu etali yakusasulira noti 8 noti 33 55 55 oba bakyalire ku ofiisi zaabwe ezisangibwa ku Kingdom Kampala omwaliiro ogwokusatu. Weewandiise kati owangula ebirabo bya buwanana.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Taxation is a bit complicated, and the only way to demystify it and make it as easy to understand and to comply with is through engagement. Is there a limit to the number of cars a returning citizen is bringing into Uganda? Who has paid the excise duty on this water is not the supermarket which has sold you this bottle at 1,000. It's not the business. It is the man who is going to drink this water. We strongly believe that it will only be through such constructive engagement that we'll be able to broaden our tax base and build our country together.
Buza Kamiso now.
Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887 and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and thank you for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo, and this morning I have quite a number of guests in the studios with whom we are going to be discussing something very, very important, and that is the Bubu policy. Now, we all know the Bubu policy, that is buy Uganda, build Uganda. We are looking at improving buying of local content. And we are going to be yet again having the Bubu Expo. Now, if you've not heard of this, well, that's the reason you should stick to UBC TV now to know what is the Bubu Expo all about, when, where, how, all the questions are going to be answered this morning. And join me, welcome the guests I have. I have from the extreme end, I have Rahim Shakira, who happens to be the head of corporate affairs, Uganda Airlines. Most welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
And of course, I know she brings greetings.
Yes, I
from
do.
our pride as Ugandans. And just next to her, I have that is Nyakana Paul from Impactive Expo. Good morning, Nyakana. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. Happy to be here, sir.
And just next to me, I have one of the female entrepreneurs in our country that if you're to have the list of the top 10, she can't miss. And that is none other than the Bella Wine Lady. Why am I calling her that? Because before her name now, it is the product first. Good morning and most welcome, Madam, to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I'm Mrs. Prudence Okunikas. You have said the producer of better wines and better juices, the best in the whole world.
Mm. Yeah. Now, if you look at the guests I have today, I have the Uganda Airlines, that is Bubu policy. I have the CEO, Bella Wine, that is of course Bubu. And just in the middle, I have Nyakana Paul. Now, Nyakana, first and foremost, we know you when it comes to expos and organizing events. Briefly tell us why you're here, much as we're about the Bubu policy and the Bubu Expo, and then also how my two come in.
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. Bubu is from Buy Uganda, Build Uganda. It's a policy that was passed by Cabinet in 2014 and launched by the Prime Minister in 2017. The policy is meant to encourage consumption of local goods and services so that you can, to develop the country. I'll give you an example. When a shirt like this produced in Uganda, when you buy it, you will have supported everyone in that value chain, from the cotton farmer to the transporter to the trader who will buy and transport it to the final destination. So you will have supported that entire value chain. So that's the Bubu policy. However, the Expo, Bubu Expo, was launched in 2019 by His Excellency at Kololo, ceremonial ground, that was March, to, on an annual basis, lift the Ugandan brand. We come together for 3 days when we have all goods and services in Kololo, and we support them. Not only physically, but on all platforms over the internet. We've been trending for the last, I think, two or 3 weeks. We've been trending, but what we do is we post products. For example, Bella Wine, I think you must have found some photos. Yeah, Uganda Airlines, you'll see we've been trending. Yeah, so we lift the policy is not to say that do not buy a product from outside. We are saying let us lift the Ugandan brand to have a fair competition so that they can compete with international brands. Yes.
Now, I go to Uganda Airlines. Shakila, where do you see how does Uganda Airlines come in here? Yes, we know we are under the bubu, but in the expo.
Thank you very much. And I think for us, we come in a way of enabling exporters, enabling business owners, but also enabling the public, because here we are bringing the airline to the people. But not just that, we're trying to send a message, signaling the market that, for example, when you look at our onboard products, then consumptive items, 90% of them are locally sourced. Because when you look at sugar, beverages, the tea, the coffee, the alcohol, the milk, the butter, the food itself. So we're trying to say that Uganda Airlines is here and is taking your product on a global stage or an international stage, because we are thinking that, because I remember 3 years ago we went on a mission on supporting quality improvements into Ugandan products, because we found that the issue is quality. And when you're working in aviation or for the airline industry, it has high standards and expectations. And we're saying that if we can support us as part of our sustainability approach, if we can support local businesses in terms of improving their quality. If you can't supply a Uganda airline, you will supply the legacies or the legacy airlines who uplift these products from Entebbe, who uplift water, who uplift food, who uplift butter, who uplift coffee, who uplift tea. So we're saying that we are ready to do business with you. But also, most importantly, is to try and also position the A330neo, our aircraft, in terms of cargo operations. Because we're saying that if you improve your quality, you understand the sanitary and phytosanitary standards, if you understand the eco-labeling, branding of your products, and we can advise you to carry your products and export to emerging international markets. So that is our place in this expo.
Now here I come to Madame Prudence, Bella Wine, Bella Juices. Now this is an expo, and it's not the first of its kind. Let's see, Bella Wine, what brings you into this time around again, I must say?
Thank you so much for that question. I would proudly say I'm among those who started, who was there when they launched 2019. But they launched the Bubu because we are producing products. You cannot say buy Uganda, build Uganda when there are no products produced here. I'm one of those who have been here for a very long time. When I came to Kampala, most of the products were coming from outside. But I'm so happy and proud that we are now producing ours. And I was so happy when when the Bubu was launched, knowing that now I hustled a lot to market my product, especially the wine, which was not known in the country. None was known for Italy, South Africa. But I took trouble to get a recipe for South Africa, for Italy, and made the wine. It was so hard to penetrate the market. But when it was introduced to Bubu, I was so happy that at least my strength is going to be supported by the government. I should say, unfortunately, it has not been so much. Because when you go to other countries, recently we were even with the president in Vietnam, the economy is growing very fast. Why? Because they are using theirs. You cannot say, like now me, I got awards from abroad. I get my juice got award from Malaysia. I got 4 awards from Italy. But here, we don't put in much effort to promote ours. You cannot say the packaging, why can't you? Because Bella Wine is supporting the economy, is supporting farmers, is supporting unemployment, which is a very big problem here. If there is a product like this and it is good and it is certified by UNBS, it is paying taxes, why should you let that single person put in a lot of effort to improve what? Packaging. Let me say, she was talking of products in the Uganda Airlines. You have to meet the standards, international standards, let me say, in packaging. If we have a good product like this, we should put in effort. I have the best packaging. Maybe that packaging doesn't fit in the what? In the airlines. But when you are promoting Bubu, you should put in effort. You should do better than me who started it. If I copied that what from Italy and I have gone that far, they are even giving me a award. Here you don't just despise this one is not fit to be in the airlines. Do something, improve it. Because we are not doing it for prudence, we are doing it for our farmers, for improving on employment. How many would be employed if, imagine, all the hotels, all the supermarkets, all the airlines are using Bella. I even asked the Rwandese, because Rwanda Air brand is here, all the airlines Rwanda, and me I support Ugandans. I cannot, if it is, me I travel a lot. If it is going that destination, I cannot use another airline and leave hours. But when I'm there, I'm a bit embarrassed. Bella, where is Bella? Bella is Bella. I have the best juice.
Well, so in a nutshell, you're talking about that as we talk about the Bubu policy, government should look at these entrepreneurs and support them.
Should not just be a word Bubu.
And should not just say Bubu, and these are the standards that are needed. Now, I want to bring in here Nyakana. I want to talk about this Bubu Expo. To someone watching out there, how do they stand to benefit? And who actually is part of this or is going to be part of it?
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Maybe to also add on to it's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. While we were starting this, we met one of the managing directors, Kenyan, said, finally Uganda is waking up. Because Buy Kenya, Build Kenya was, I think, launched in 1992, the 90s. And for us, we are just starting 2018. So it's a collective effort. There is a lot of wrong perception in the public that Ugandan products are not of quality. And so it's just a perception out there, people thinking that Ugandan products are not good. And you'll find that one time we were downtown, we found products made in Uganda, but on the box they put a sticker, made in China. So how do we fight that perception? Yeah? This is one of the platforms, the expo. So let us call on everyone to come and you go and taste the Bella wine. Yeah? And then that's when you should say, okay, the wine is not good, or it's good. Yeah? Not just saying when you've not even tasted
Ugandan wine
products. Yeah? Yes. So in that process, we also supporting Bella wine. Yeah? It gets new consumers, right? So the Bubu Expo is basically done by a consortium of companies. That is Bubu Distributors Limited and Impact Associates Limited. They came together to form a consortium to do so, which is called Impactive Expos. So, but of course we are supported by Ministry of Trade, because Bubu, as a policy, is domiciled in Ministry of Trade. So we are going to have the expo from Thursday to Saturday. And to the show goer, yeah, we expect the show goer to benefit by knowing and identifying these Ugandan products, first of all. The exhibitor benefits because we've encouraged all the exhibitors to have at least a registration book, yeah, so that whoever comes to your stall can register that is a future customer, potential. Yeah. To the sponsors, of course, this is one of the platforms, the talk shows like this, but we have a lot that's going to happen. So definitely everyone benefits, and the country at large. Yes.
Now, that was said, I go to Shakira. Why of all carriers? Yes, you're talking about Bubu policy, definitely Fly Uganda, our pride. But one, now we are looking at people in the business sector, leave alone those traveling. We are looking at the likes of Better Wines that take cargo outside. Why would Uganda Airlines cargo carrier be my priority?
First of all, of course, with...
You're just from saying I'm a Ugandan, therefore.
Yeah, but of course it has to be, you have to be Ugandan at heart to be able to fly Uganda Airlines, because still we have many Ugandans that are not flying us who opt for other airlines. They're there. And Uganda is a free country. I mean, you do what you please. So, but also, I'll tell you, when you are at the airport somewhere, let's say Dubai, Gatwick, and you're sitting near a window, and you see how the crane's just coming in, and you're looking at those colors, the livery, there is something that is stirred in your heart, the pride of your country. But if I get back to business, why would a business person, why would they interest themselves to be able to do business with Uganda in terms of cargo? I think we are playing by the book. The rules are very fair. We are available, and we are priority. And there is nothing that supports business like flying direct. For example, we're not the only carriers, or we're not the only carrier that is in freight or taking cargo elsewhere. But we have freighters that are flying into Entebbe and are carrying vegetables, minerals, and all these things. But we're giving you a direct flight. So you can imagine if you're a flour exporter. So you'll have to go through another hub then to get to your final destination. If it's London, you're flying direct your matoke, you're flying direct your aubergine, you're flying direct your coffee, you're flying direct any artifacts, anything that you really, you're trading in. So we're giving you first priority, we're giving you the best price, and also we're giving you that heart-to-heart advisory services. Because you can imagine, you will call Uganda Airlines, we call it crane cargo, and they will tell you, oh, flying into this market, you need to have A, B, C, D. Yeah? And then you'll have to satisfy some of these regulatory regimes. You have to have this kind of paperwork. You have to package like this. And we're giving this advice free of charge. So that is why it is very, very important that we need to kind of patronize the crane, also to make it grow. If you make it, if you're making crane cargo grow, you're building a hub. You can imagine, you're building a hub, not just for vegetables, but tomorrow for future ERP, emergency response unit of vaccines, of medical supplies, of machinery, of so many things that are coming into the region. So, and also most importantly, is to look at how the airline is supporting the ecosystem. That every day you're supporting Uganda Airlines, you are creating value, social impact. That you can, because for us, our business, we are trading in, we receive money in dollars, and we bring it, repatriate it back into the economy in dollars, and that is value for you. We are balancing the BOP. So if you're supporting Uganda Airlines and doing business with Uganda Airlines, you're supporting your very own. You're developing Entebbe International Airport. You're developing its ecosystem. You're adding value, or you're creating jobs, direct and indirect. So I think, to me, is how Ugandans can look at the airline differently. That is something enabling not just travel, but it's creating social impact.
I love the fact that it's creating social impact, away from saying just for traveling, but we need to grow this most when it comes to cargo.
Yes.
So when other needs arise where we need cargo, of course we've built capacity over a time because we've supported our very own. Now allow me go for a very short break. Okay, before, you want to chip in as brief as possible?
Add something on Uganda Airlines. Yeah, pride and satisfaction is when you book Uganda, you are traveling to London, yeah? You booked Uganda Airlines, and while on Uganda Airlines, you ask for juice, and they bring you Bella juice, or Bella wine, in that case. That you should feel proud over that. And for that, I would like to thank Uganda Airlines, because they've given us 3 tickets, direct flights to London and back for raffle draws. We are going to do 3 raffle draws during the expo, at the end of the expo. And they will, so I call upon Ugandans to come and participate. You could get that chance to get a ticket.
Okay.
Direct.
Okay, we'll do that after the show. After the break. Let me just take a short break.
Okay.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This August, Africa gathers again. The passion, the pride, the beautiful game. It's Chan 2025. And the heart of the action, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa stands ready. Not just with a world-class stadium, but with open arms for every African nation. Nambole and its floodlights are ready welcoming. From Kampala to Karamoja, our stadium is set. The pitch is perfect, the stage is built, and the spirit of Uganda is unmatched. Come feel the rhythm, taste the warmth, and witness hospitality like no other. Uganda welcomes all of Africa for a Chan like never before. Chan 2025, unity, passion, victory, and it's all happening right here in Uganda. Don't just watch history, be part of it.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you for keeping it with us on UBC TV. Now, I'm joined by another person in this business, that is Nwagaba Herbert, collections manager, that is Mint Homes, Uganda. Nwagaba, most welcome.
Thank you so much. Good morning to our dear viewers. Like he said, I'm Nwagaba Herbert, the collection manager at Mint Homes Limited.
Now, briefly, you're just, of course, to create room for, that is a brother who has just left us shortly. Now, what brings you into this expo?
To start with, Mint Homes Limited is a real estate company that does develop condominium apartments, of which we offer condominium apartments in a number of locations. How we get connected with Bubu? We are promoting Buy Uganda, Build Uganda. In construction, because we are developers of apartments, in constructions, we do use a number of materials, from steel, we use cement, we use tiles. And the beauty with it that in Uganda, now that most of these materials are locally produced, cement, steel, materials used for roofing, we use nails. So how do we come in that for us, as the developers of real estate, nowadays much of the materials we use are locally made. So when we buy steel from, let's say, roofings, when we buy cement from Tororo and the rest, it means we are making a contribution to developing Uganda. Because as you know, alternatively, if we are not able to buy these materials, it means we would incur expenses of buying these materials from abroad, which would do, there is, they call it imbalance of trade deficit. Because that would mean we are taking money outside of the country instead of promoting our own locally produced products here. So by doing so, because you know that in Uganda we have a housing deficit of about 2 million. Many people don't have this. But as we try to cover that space, we support these locally made products, and it helps so much to develop our economy. Because like the area say, this one is producing better wine, Uganda Airlines. Someone needs to sit comfortably in his or her house and enjoy her wine. If someone uses Uganda Airlines from Uganda to Kampala, someone needs a good accommodation. So by doing so, us as developers, we try to cover the gap of the housing deficit, but as well promoting our own local industries to help them grow. Because as they grow, they create more jobs, Ugandans get jobs, and we try to increase the housing sector in Uganda, because there is a gap, and we still have much more to do. So by promoting, by covering that gap, we also support these local
supporting
industries.
the local producers or manufacturers. Now this brings me back to Madam Prudency. We are talking about the Bubu Expo, and of course, you know, many people are going to come in and showcase actually what is being produced in Uganda. And in case you're there, you want to be one of the producers, the manufacturers, the entrepreneurs that are going to showcase what you produce, well, you can use this website. That is www.impactive-bubu expo. That is www.impactive-bubu-expo.com. All the numbers that I'll mention towards the end of the show. So please, I'll be reading out numbers that you can call and be able to be part of the Bubu Expo. That is starting on Thursday until Saturday at Kolo Ceremonial Grounds. Now here we want you to come and show Ugandans, this is what we manufacture, this is what we do, but also to know that whatever you do, if you're to fly it out of the country, Uganda Airlines will also be there. They will have a store. I'm very sure that we'll be giving you all that you need to know. I, Robert, who is a dog breeder, if I want to transport my animals to another country, how do I do it? Uganda Airlines, they will be there. Of course, Bella Wine now coming to you. There is a problem that we need to solve. That is Ugandans trusting what is made here. That is one problem. That when you go to the market, many people, and sometimes I ask myself, why are you leaving which is Ugandan and opting for something that is not? Earlier on, you talked about Uganda Airlines giving advisories on quality and standards for Ugandan products. Sometimes, not all products, but if you bought it today and they have just hit the market, what you will consume today, or if it's a shoe or anything, and after 5 years, there's lack of consistency.
But not with Bella.
Not with Bella, I said some. There'll be lack of consistency. That taste will change. Someone told me some, for example, those in beverages, they begin with getting that out of the fruits. I love so much something called omubisi. Now, there's a product, I won't mention the brand. When they just hit the market, I would feel that mubisi I took in the village. Today when I go and I buy the same product, I don't know what I'm drinking. Until I began to think, maybe then they were using our bananas. Now they have gotten flavor. And they just pack this flavor. So how do we maintain consistency and quality?
Thank you so much for that question. Consistency and quality. You know, the problem we have, we start business. I'm the business person. I've started this business. By the way, I'm not a food scientist. I've used the technical people who are in that area. I import labor. The Italians are very good at wine. South Africans, Ireland, I import and they come and help in making the wine. But that consistency you are talking of, as the business grows, you cannot be there all the time. You cannot be there to supervise the way you used to. That's why some of us have worked for 25 years. I'm still the same. But you see, people, as business grows, they change cars, they drive cars branded. Let me say now I would be driving a Jeep branded Bella. No, I'm there because this is my business. The mistake we do is to live now. Your business for others. That supervision should always be there. Even if I'm marketing abroad everywhere, but I have to be there. And before I go very far, I want to take this opportunity to thank all supermarkets, wine and spirit shops. I thank you so much for your support. I can complain other areas, maybe hotels, but supermarkets, wine shops, they have really supported me around East Africa. And now if there was more effort of putting in these other areas, you know, you feel so bad. When you enter a supermarket, I mean, when you enter maybe a hotel, they have also that display, you don't see Bella wine there. Yet in Italy, they have given me what? Italy, South Africa, and you find they don't have. One time I was a bit bitter, because when you travel abroad, they say, you Africans, why do you hate yourselves? When they come here, they are the ones who are making the wine. They come to the market. They see there are some who don't want to display Bella. Africans, why do you hate yourselves? You have the best product. But they are putting this product which they have not even researched on it. So one day I just also I went to one of the shops. It was full of imported wines. And in the middle of our market. So I said, where is Bella? And said, you know, we don't deal with the Ugandan products. I said, why? And you said, look at the packaging. I said, now what have you done about it? I lost, for the first time in 25 years, she was putting on artificial hair. She has bleached the face. I say, even if you bleach your face, you put on that artificial hair, you will never be a Mzungu. So why do you want my wine to look exactly like the one of Mzungu? Why don't you do research and test?
It's global market. You're in a competitive business.
But in our country here, there are some who still have that mindset that Rocco is bad. Yet I'm importing labor. My wine is one of the best. Whenever I'm producing Bella, I say the best in the whole world. Because I have approved it. I have moved everywhere. So this is the expo is very good. Because to have an expo of Bubu, which means there are more products coming into the market. So people should come and see. Because you cannot be in the Bubu market when you have not been certified by UNBS. You cannot bring those bichupuri when you are not paying taxes. You know now, if people knew, they would only be using these products that have been certified by UNBS, by KCC here, and paying tax. We have a digital stamp on our products, which shows that you have been certified by the three. You cannot do shortcut. That you will go and maybe tokenize to UNBS, you are not paying taxes. KCC has not checked your premises. You can't go far. But what pains me is that you have done all that, you are certified. I also lost one time in South Africa. When the first time I reached there, they say, don't test, don't say, don't what. Why? That was a business meeting with Uganda and South Africa. So, time for Q&A, I asked, why is it you doubt our products? We have even come with the executives of UNBS and what. Your products are flooded in our market. Why do you doubt when I have just brought it? But they talked and talked, then they came and said, you know, do what you want. Say and what.
Well, I can see now, here we are talking about a local manufacturer, and of course that is Bella Wines and Juices. And if you've checked through a number of supermarkets, yes, you can't fail to come across Bella Wines and Juices. For bars, I'm not very much aware, since I'm not a regular person there. But I know even in bars, I assume your products are there.
Bars support.
Bars support.
It is some hotels who think when they put local, it will not make...
Well, that is why Bubu came into play, to ensure that people, you know, sometimes you can't... It is ignorance that we act out of ignorance. Now, that is why you should come for the Bubu Expo this time round, so that you're able to taste Bella wine, so that you don't speak out of ignorance.
That you don't do research.
Come test, come and see. When it comes to Uganda Airlines, you know, I was speaking to someone and I said, for us who many people have traveled, I don't want to talk about other airlines, but I'll tell you Uganda Airlines, right from how the services inside, the comfort of the carrier, everything about them is very good. I may not know the pilots, but for the time they have been around, also I must say, when you look at their landing, how they set off, because that's where sometimes, I don't know if it's terrain, but where we judge. You go to Uganda Airlines, you don't have to have these fears, will I throw, will I? No, it's quality. But unfortunately, you find a Ugandan who has never boarded Uganda Airlines, talking about our national carrier, in a way, out of ignorance, yet we are the best.
Yeah, you feel bad. You are
I don't work for Uganda Airlines, but have tested and I can confirm. Fly Uganda Airlines. Compared to others around, we are the best. That I can proudly say. Now, of course, time seems to be flying, but coming back to Uganda Airlines.
Can I testify on Uganda Airlines when she speaks? I travel a lot. I feel bad. We are on the same airport. We are all going to Uganda. I see somebody lining on the other airlines.
Yes.
Yet our Ugandan airline is going to the same place. They should correct that. Support our Uganda Airlines. Why do you use another one? What special is there? Speciality. Me who has used it, I'm very comfortable. I cannot board another airline when Uganda Airlines is there.
Okay, you try it once, you'll forever be. Now, coming back to you, Shakila, this expo, what, as Uganda Airlines, what do you have for us? Yes.
Thank you, Robert. And thank you for the kind words, and to Madame Bella also. What we always say that once you try Uganda Airlines, you will not go back. Yeah, it's the service on board, and sometimes I think our crew and the service on board is the soul of the airline. So for us being part of the expo, Bubu, and what we have for exhibitors or for the public, I think the congregator or the developers or establishers of the expo, he's already talked about the tickets we're giving away, but also it's the information. Because the CEO will be there, she'll be speaking, she'll be in the panel, speaking about, of course, local content and other things. But here we're trying to, like I said, bring the airline to the people, to talk about our services, to kind of deepen the understanding of why we were revived, and also why they should not only fly Uganda Airlines, but also do business with us. Doing business, what do I mean, is that you can supply the airline. And how? And now we even want to take it a notch higher in terms of our sustainability strategy. We want to be able to support women and the youth, because we're trying to turn things around. Yeah? And I'll tell you the criteria. And you see, what we do when we get, for example, Robert, you'll come and say, I'm making juice. And we've worked with also UNBS, and we've talked to them, and we were trying to support different manufacturers. And we'll say, okay, bring the product, and we will subject it to a test. We'll put it on board and supply forms. And our guests will test the product, and they will put on the note and give us recommendations. So usually, sometimes Ugandan juice, we've done it before with a couple of manufacturers, and they'll say, oh, the concentration is too high, the sugar is too much. That's just sometimes it's too, when you drink it, you feel kind of clogged. So these are the kind of feedback we also take back to the manufacturer and say, this is it. And also what you need to know is that because the cabin is configured in a way that we don't have much space. So your assembly line, you'll be manufacturing those 300 mLs, the 500 mLs, and will not fit in the galley of the aircraft. We're looking at smaller, compact, because of the spaces, the disposal processes in the aircraft. So those are the things that manufacturers and people who want to do business with us need to know. That when you want to sub the airline, you need to package like this. The quantities are like this. The standards of kind of health and safety are like this. Nutrition benefits are like this. Because even the sugar, we are looking at different quantities. Because if you're flying to London, and sometimes kids, and you cannot subject them to too much sugar also, you know. So, and then also consistency, Robert. There was a time that we didn't have yogurt. And we had to get it uplifted from Nairobi. And people complained. Because you start with the supplier, there is no yogurt. They'll tell you, we're out. Another one, you go to the fourth one, and there is no yogurt. And you cannot, and because you have also, you've set your standards, you have your menus standard, and you need that product. And it's not there. And they're telling, oh, there is a dry spell. So there is, milk is scarce. So we're saying that also as Ugandans, productivity, the skill of our resource to be able to produce quality. Because you see, this airline industry is not like any other, it's hospitality. And you're not only flying with Ugandans who will say, oh, this is okay. No, we are flying international. You know, we have different, the international citizen. So we're trying to satisfy everybody, just not Ugandan. So we also need to play the big boys game. Yeah, so that is what we are bringing to the expo.
Well, very interesting, and of course that and more information only when you come to Koro Ceremonial Grounds this Thursday. It will be running till Saturday, and if you want to be part of the exhibitors at this expo, please, the website is www.impactivebubuexpo.com, or the number is 078 745 222 or 0753 45 222. And when I say 222, I mean 2-3 times, then a 0. So you can be part. But remember, for the general public, entrance is free of charge. Come and see what is produced in Uganda. Come and test. Come and ask questions so that you're very informed and you can buy what you know. Now, I'll bring in Herbert here in the interest of time.
Yes, please.
Herbert, what are your parting shots?
As we conclude, I would encourage all Ugandans outside there to come and be part of us for the expo.
What are they? What do you have to show them?
Yeah, because there are many people that are coming to the expo, but us as Mint Homes,
yes,
we are coming to show you what we have, the stock that we have. Because like I earlier said, we are economic developers in different prime locations starting from Kororo, Naguru, Bukoto, Chisasi. So I'm sure that when people come and look at the different houses that we have, the type of quality, being affordable, in that someone can book an apartment and pay in about 2 years, 3 years. So we accept people to pay in installments. We have the best in private locations, but we also partner with a number of banks so that when someone does not have a cash at hand to pay at once, can get a credit facility from a bank, and he is given a period of 10, 20 years to be able to pay, but someone is able to own his own house. You know, Ugandans, you'll accept with me that rent is very expensive in Uganda. So someone can come and buy a house to stay in as an individual. All others are doing A and B, others are renting them out, so that we can all survive in this economy. So people should come and check on our stock at the Kororo airstrip in the Bubu Expo, so they get to know what we have. Then we take them around, show them what we have, so that as we are trying to make a contribution to the housing deficit in Uganda, and also we support the local industries. Because some Ugandans outside there don't know, because those that are not in these sectors, people don't know that things are produced in Uganda. People don't know that certain roofings, certain furniture is produced in Uganda. So let them come, see what we have in stock. People are able to go to site. They support us as Mint Homes, as we also support the economy, as we create more employment opportunities for Ugandans, which is one of the most challenging issues in Uganda.
Now, from Madam Prudence, Justin, I mean, at your parting shot.
Yeah, I would appeal to Ugandans, build your country, because I always find the people, they think they're in high class, they want to have a boat in front of them with outside label, but to me, I feel, when I find such a person, I know he's not sensitized, he has not done his research. Don't show the world that you are class. To be class, do research. There are so many products produced here, but they have no market because we don't do research to find out who or how would they. And I appeal to the government. Do your research, find out the good products, come and use Kororo where they are going to be exhibited.
Expo, yes.
If you find you can help on packaging, because packaging from abroad is okay, but the content is not as good as ours. We have the best. Because like now for Bera wine, Bera juice is organic, no chemicals. But you find these chemicals being consumed because they are well packaged. That is, don't despise what is yours. Try to help so that we can grow. That's how we grow. By the way, I have been in consistency for the last 25 years because, not because of money, because when I was growing up, there were some Italians at our parish, they were calling them frera. They were working for free. But they were happy to see the community growing. So that's what makes me happy. But I need support.
Well, I think that is well echoed. Can you imagine you're buying something because it's well packaged, it's looking very attractive, meeting global standards, but the content is not as good as that may not be very well packaged to that. And this is where Madam Prudence calls upon government. Let's support these people as we talk about the Bubu policy. Let's support them, give them a hand so that we can get to that mark, that globally, internationally, and in our airline, they can carry comfortably as people consume. Finally, from the Uganda Airlines, Shakira.
Yes, I want to thank you, Robert, UBC, of course, the organizers of Bubu, Ministry of Trade, and also to our viewers, but most importantly to the public and our guests who have patronized the airline and have made Uganda Airlines the airline of choice. And we would like to say that we are ready for business, and we're ready to support you in your export journey in terms of accruing cargo. And we want to welcome you on board. Next time you want to fly with us, and we'll be at the expo to provide you with information about the airline, where it's going, its new direction, and also how you can be part of Uganda Airlines.
Well, thank you so much, my guests, and above all, my viewer. The expo kicks off on Thursday, and it will run up to Saturday. But please make sure you go there. Entrance is free of charge. Let's go in huge numbers, get to know what is manufactured here, what is produced here in our country, Uganda, but also be part of the people that are going to exhibit what they produce. And how do you do this? Go to their website, www.impactivebubuexpo.com, or simply call 078 745 2220 or 0753 45 2220. Have the best of your day and see you there. God bless you.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Teens Crown, an amazing off-the-hook youth program, brings you an array of fun, exciting, and educative segments you do not want to miss. From red carpet moments to proms, youth empowerment programs to youth gig vibes, and so much more, Teens Crown will get you hooked. Only on UBC TV every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Don't miss. Did you know that our #1 value as a nation is to respect and protect the environment? With the current population increase of Uganda and industrialization, this has increased pressure on the natural resources, resulting into environmental degradation and global warming.